So have you been interviewed much for this in the past?
I've been interviewed for a retro gaming magazine, French one.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Right. Okay. Excellent. We are ready to go. So
Okay,
the way it'll work, am I saying it right? Is it Laurent?
yeah.
Laurent. Is that right, Laurent?
Without the T at the end.
Oh, Lauren. Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren. Excellent. Lauren. So the way I'll do it is when I ask a question like for instance, so other than Squeak, what other games have you worked on? Instead of instantly replying with the other games that you've worked on, if you could say, okay, the other games I have worked on are, because what I'll do is I'll cut certain bits out of the video and you won't hear my question, it'll just be your answer.
Okay.
Okay? So, yeah, first, if you could just introduce yourself and some of the games you've worked on, and then obviously end on Squeak as well.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Laurent Arditi, and I live in south of France, in the sunny French Riviera, and I'm co-author of the Squid game, which was released in early 90s on several computers and game consoles, game systems in general. So I've been working on Squeak while I was a student at the university, and I mostly did all the programming. And a friend of mine, Stefan, was doing the graphics.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, other than Squeak, what other games will people know you for?
Okay, so we worked together on Squeak, and then because of the success of Squeak, we decided to do Super Squeak, which is
Yes.
obviously the sequel for Squeak. And after that one, we worked on something completely different, which is a table tennis game. But unfortunately, that one never went on the market. So
Oh, right. Okay.
I worked only on Squeak and Super Squeak.
So, what was the game that never made it to market?
It was a table tennis game like Konami Ping Pong, if you know that.
Okay. Do you have a copy of it? Has it been leaked online or anything like that?
No, I have the source code, but I tried to compile it recently, but never succeeded, unfortunately.
Have you ever put it online for people?
No, it's not online, no. No, no.
Do you not?
Can
Do you
do.
not want to do that?
Yeah, I can do that, yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun. Would I be able to have a look at that? I'd love to. Excellent. Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you the guy that made Squeak? Are you the guy that designed Squeak?
Yeah, so as I said, we were two people working on that, and
You
I
and
did
Stefan.
the programming, and basically I decided uh, the details about the game, but I haven't done any graphic design.
You didn't do the graphic design.
Uh,
No, no. Okay. So, what made you? You know, how did you come up with the character, or was that more Stefan?
uh, I don't have a definitive answer for that.
Okay.
At that time, we didn't really care about the character. We wanted to have a game which is fun to play, and
Yes.
at the end, we needed to have a character, and so Stefan drew a cool guy. I don't know why he is like it is, but I know really I don't have any clear answer for that.
Right. Okay. No, that's cool. Are there any particular games that inspired you?
Yes, so the first game that
If you
inspired,
sorry, if you could, when you answer the question, if you could say the games that inspired me are,
oh,
so then I could put that in there. Yeah.
okay, so the games that inspired me were Mr. Moustache, which is not a very well-known one, but and much more, it was Bubble Bobble. And I would say in general, we have been inspired by all these Japanese games which had a very nice gameplay and a lot of colorful characters and all that stuff.
Excellent, excellent. In the UK, my first ever computer was the Amstrad CPC 464. That's where I played the game and I discovered it. And was it Stefan that actually did the artwork on the front cover?
No, no. But
Okay, well, I remember that was what originally grabbed me, and then very rarely, as you probably know, when you buy a game, the game never looked as good as the cover, but
yeah,
Squeak did. Squeak looked good,
yeah.
and the game definitely looked like the cover. So, like I say, I had the game on the Amstrad CPC 464. What do you think is the best version of the game?
So for me, the best version is actually Super Squeak on the Atari Lynx.
Okay,
It's
okay, that's the best version.
Yeah, for me that's the best version. But strictly speaking about the first Squeak, I think the Atari ST was the best version. But that
Right.
said, I know the Amstrad CPC because I had a lot of Amstrad CPC before buying an Atari ST, before buying an Amiga. And I knew that machine very well. And I recognize that the guys who ported the game on Amstrad were very good. And considering the potential of the Amstrad, the port on that machine was excellent.
Excellent. Okay. Um, so obviously you worked on Squeak and you worked on Super Squeak. Did you have much involvement with the sequels, the other sequels?
No, nothing about the other sequels. No.
No, that's absolutely fine as well. So the game did change its name to Slider for the Game Gear.
Yeah,
Did you know this?
yeah.
Yeah. Is there any particular reason this happened?
Okay, so the way it happened is that Loriciel, who was our editor in Europe, sold the license in Japan to Sega and also to NEC, so that the game could be ported on the Game Gear and also on TurboGrafx, which is a PC engine. And we haven't been involved into this at all, and we didn't have anyone to say. So basically, when we got the first version of the Game Gear, we complained a lot because we didn't like the name Slider, and we didn't like how the game was ported on the Game Gear. But we have sold the license, and we could not say anything.
Wow, wow. So you wasn't a fan of that at all. I haven't played the Game Gear. I saw it. I've seen it on YouTube, but you didn't like the way it looked.
No, we didn't like it at all.
Right. Wow. Okay. Um, wow. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So I now go into the questions. What games do you like to play now and all that sort of stuff. But I recently found out, and I don't know if this is the same in France, but was there quite a lot of controversy around some swearing in Squeak. Do you know much about this?
Yeah, I know a lot about that. So basically, the thing is that a development version leaked, and I I don't know where it came from, but basically, we had a development version that was on the market in UK, and it contained, like you say, some bad words.
Right.
But it wasn't supposed to be in any hands other than ours. So we got a lot of complaints from the British editor, which was Ocean, and we said, "Oh, but why did you solve that? You were not supposed to solve that version. It was not the final one."
So let me just make sure I get that straight. So, um, did you put those bad words in, or
Yeah. But
yeah, but
it
that wasn't the
was
version that was
the
supposed to go on. That was supposed
internal.
to go out. So obviously you put them in there, but you was expecting Ocean to take them out?
No, no, we weren't expected Ocean to get that version at all.
Oh, they got the wrong version.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So then that one went out. So I don't know nothing about this. I definitely didn't see it when I was younger. Can you explain where that is or what happened?
Basically, when you complete a level, Squeak says some some funny sentences, and some of them are somewhat very impolite.
Very impolite, right? Okay, okay. So, if you don't want to say what it is, would you be able to write it down for me in the comments afterwards?
I can say that your mother or
Fuck your mother.
yeah, or what the shit is it or something like that.
What was the other one? Sorry.
What the shit is it or
What the shit is it?
yeah.
Right. Okay.
It,
No, that's fair enough. I didn't know nothing about this at the time. I didn't know nothing about this. So no, thank you for clearing that up for me. Okay, so I take it, they went off the shelves, and then when they re-released them,
yeah,
they took that out.
yeah.
Okay, maybe I had that version then. Maybe I had that version, or maybe it wasn't in the Amstrad version. I don't know, because you say the Atari is the best version for the original game.
Yes, that was probably not on the Amstrad version. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Right. I normally come off the subject of Squeak. Now, is there anything else that you could think of? Any interesting facts? Any interesting development facts regarding Squeak?
Uh, I'd like to say that we decided to work on Squeak just because we were huge players on Amstrad, and
Yeah.
then we both an Atari ST. And at the beginning, the games on Atari ST were with very nice graphics, but very boring. So we said, oh, we did a mistake. We shouldn't have both this machine. Amstrad was much better to play. And so we said, okay, we will develop a game that we would like to play with. And
Hmm.
step by step, we built the game, and we were having a lot of fun with it. So we said, oh, maybe we can try to sell it. And that's it.
Wow, that's really, really interesting. That's brilliant. If you could, just so I get the name correctly, could you write down in the comments? I mean, in the messaging of this Skype conversation, if you could just write down the name of the person that you worked with, so then I would obviously also
Oh,
mention
sure.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure I mention him and get a picture of him in the video as well. Excellent. Okay, actually, there is one other thing. Let me go into. I've got a script written up for this, and the very first part of the video, I actually I tell the storyline of this of Squeak, and it's quite a funny storyline. So. It reads like this. This is what's written on the back of. I think it's maybe the Amiga version. So, once upon a time in a faraway planet lived the harmonious people of Squeeze. But one day the vile Pitarch, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, the vile Pitarch with his hordes of schnorrels. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Attacked Squeezeland, quickly defeating the defenseless Squeezettes. You have to guide Squeak, Squeezeland's last hope, through 99 continents of Squeezeland, killing and subduing the fierce hordes of Schnorrels, which have taken over Squeak's precious planet and contaminated it, turning the once pink countryside blue. Your job is to kill the aggressive Schnorrels and decontaminate all 99 levels of Squeezeland.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with that story?
Basically, we didn't care about the story.
Right.
We knew that we needed to have one. So I think that probably was very late in the night.
Yeah.
And we brainstormed and we said, oh yes, maybe we can say that the planet has been contaminated and so on. But the funny thing is that, for example, the name Pitarch Uh, yeah, the villain is called Petarch. So it's not a random name. It's actually the name of my professor at the university, my electronics
Okay.
professor that I didn't like at all. So I decided to name the bad guy in the game like this professor.
Ah, fantastic. Excellent. That's really, really interesting. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so if we go back to the questions. So yeah, what about now? Do you still play games?
Uh, Very few games. I actually play only on my Android tablet, and
Yep.
I play some casual games and also some driving games like real racing and asphalt and that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Excellent, excellent.
I will not say I'm a player anymore.
Okay. Um, and what are you doing nowadays? How can people find you?
Okay, so I'm not in the game industry anymore. I work for a British company called ARM, ARM, which may be not very well known, but this company actually designs microprocessors, and most of the smartphones and tablets have an ARM CPU inside. So I'm in the semiconductor industry right now. I'm
Hmm.
doing very exciting work. I'm happy with it, and so that's not the gaming industry anymore, but there are strong links because obviously we design CPUs that many people play games on.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Squeak came to iOS, didn't it?
Yeah, so a guy in Germany ported the game on iOS about 2 years ago, so you can find it on the App Store. There is
Hmm.
also an Android version, but it's not on Google Store already. I hope it will be released soon.
Ah, that's interesting. I want to actually get the game for my phone, but I do have Android. So is that something that I can get hold of somehow, or
I have an IPK.
you do?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Would you be happy for me to
Sure,
have a copy of that?
sure.
Would you be happy if I gave it to maybe my Patreons or anything like that?
I have to ask the developer for that because I didn't do that version myself.
Yeah, no, no, I understand that. I understand that. Okay, I mean, if there's a way I could have an APK, that would be fantastic. Because I mean, and I won't give it out to anybody unless you say. But yeah, no, that's fantastic. Thank you. And the last question was, when would you like to do the interview? Which we are doing now. So,
Yeah.
excellent, brilliant. Okay, so just to give you an update on how the video is going, I have written a script all the way, and it only covers so far the games that you created, which is Squeak and Super Squeak. I didn't know if you made any more, so I stopped the my script there. But I will obviously continue talking about. I think there was a game called Tiny Squeak. There was Fury of the Furries as well, which I need to talk about. But they completely changed the storyline with those. Yeah, I mean, I've got to add a lot of this conversation
Mm.
into what I've done already. Like I said, I didn't know anything about the swearing, so that needs to go in there. I need to talk about the fact that you wasn't happy with the name change to Slider, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's cool. So who owns the rights to Squeak now?
Sorry?
Who owns the rights to Squeak now?
Oh, myself and Stefan.
Excellent. So you have the rights back from Sega now?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Do you think there'll ever be... Oh, let me just wait for that to go 1 second. I've just moved my mouse over the Skype conversation and the buttons have popped up. Let's wait for those to disappear. They'll go any second. Sorry, because I do have a good question for the final question, but I'm just waiting for them to disappear. What's going on? Okay, it doesn't matter. Do you think there'll ever be any? Here we go. They're gone. They're gone. Is there any? Is that the last we'll ever see of Squeak? Is there anything coming for the future?
As I said, I hope that the Android version will come on the store officially. and there will be another version, but it's really new, and I don't want to say anything about it.
Okay, okay, that's a nice little tease. I like that. I like that. Lauren, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
thank you to you. It was a good
No worries. The video is probably going to take about another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to finish. But as soon as it's ready, the way I normally put up my videos is I put them up 1 week so that the people that pay to see my videos on my Patreon get to see them a week early. And as soon as it's up live, I'll obviously send you over the link as well. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you to you, and good luck with your YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
I haven't watched all the videos, only a few of them, but I like the retro gaming stuff, so...
So have you seen many? Have you watched many of them all the way, or?
I have watched only a few of them, not all of them.
I think the ones that would that you'd probably know the most. Let me have a look. Here I am. I'm publishing. I'm promoting myself now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So yeah, the ones I would say that you would know that you might find interesting are, here we go. So I talk about a UK company called Gremlin, who done games called Jack the Nipper and Zool. I don't know if you know those.
Yes, I remember these games.
Yeah, so I did a video on that. I've also done a video on the original, well, all Michael Jackson video games, but I really focus on the old Amstrad versions. And I interviewed someone for that as well, which is really good, just like I am with you. I did a video on Sandy White, the guy who made Ant Attack.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? That's known as the first ever survival horror, so that's really quite old school. I think that's before Squeak's time as well. So, then I've got some other ones like Sega Ninja. Oh, and I actually talked about John Rittman as well recently, who done Head Over Heels and stuff like that. And I interviewed him. So thank you so much. You are going to be fitting in beautifully in this.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Excellent. Well, as soon as it's done, I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, I need to send you the name of the co-author, Stefan.
Yes, please. Yes,
and
please.
That's all. Do you need anything else?
I mean, if you could possibly send me over that game that you made but never came out, and what was the other one? Oh, and the APK, and then I could use the footage in my video, but I won't give it out to anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
So, sorry, this game that you've made that didn't come out, what system was it for?
What? Sorry, can you repeat?
So, what system was the game for that you made but never came out?
I developed it on the Amiga.
Amiga, yeah.
Yes, but it was supposed to go out for all the machines at that time.
Excellent, brilliant. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you send that over to me, that would be absolutely fantastic. Can you do that via Skype? Is that small enough to do that?
I will send you information by Skype and the APK.
Maybe via email if it's if it's small enough. If not, you can do a WeTransfer. Do you know about that?
I think it will be too large for email. I find a way.
You got WeTransfer? Do you know that? Or Mega Upload?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. I'll end it there. But thank you very much. That's a good 26-minute video, and I'll edit that down and put different bits in and take certain bits out that fit nicely, and I'll put some subtitles on, and I may contact you if there was something that I didn't hear correctly. I just want to clear up. Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
No problems. You have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.